Okay, we're gonna do another little short piece. We talk a lot about different tackle and stuff. We wanted a chance to show you all that stuff. Let's start with Dodgers. So we use Dodgers fairly often. The smallest Dodger we usually use is the mini willow leaf. That's from fishhuntshoot.com. Now they make a larger version of that. The minis are the only ones I use. They have a lot of action in the water. They're not really hard to tow, which is fantastic. We use them a lot with trout tricks, worms, and things like that. The other one that I really like from Fish Hunt Shoot is that one there, and that is a Sidewinder. He calls that a Sierra Sidewinder. That's got a lot of kick in the water by comparison to a lot of other Dodgers. So each one of these has its own profile. At some point we'll shoot some fish cam footage of each Dodger and show you what it does in the water. The more active a Dodger is, the more it's likely to roll, the faster you go. So you got to be kind of careful about trolling speed and stuff like that. This is just a standard Lure Jensen. Pete calls it a skateboard Dodger, but it's a basic Lure Jensen Dodger. It's a 4/0. They've had them for years in their lineup. The other one we've used a lot in the past, I still use occasionally, but not quite as much, is a sling blade, right? Max makes them now. This is actually a Shasta sling blade from Shasta Tackle, which is in Max lineup now. And then the Simon Dodger, which is similar to a willow leaf, but if you look on the back, it's got that triangle, so it's turned down here and here and in the front. It's got a very unique action. That one's pretty gaudy, but occasionally it catches fish. So we use all of these Dodgers quite a bit. That's not a Dodger, or this is actually a 360 flasher like you see in a salmon lineup. This is a Pro Troll, a 4-inch Pro Troll. I don't really fish this all that much, but there's occasions when I use this when it seems like this is what they're looking for. This tends to make things do this in the water as opposed to just back and forth. And then the one we've been on a lot lately, and this one's still got gum on it from yesterday fishing Lake Lawrence, that is a Yakima bait fish flash. It's got the eye on the front of it. Obviously it's turned down there, turned up here, and that is it rolls in the water. This is very low drag, so you can run this at extremely high speeds if you want to. And really all it does is flash. It doesn't jerk your bait around or anything like that. It doesn't impart action so much as it's an attractor, and it really just brings the fish in from quite a distance because it's visible. Along the same lines as that, we go to our traditional lake trolls, right? There is a Max flashlight. That's a 4-blade flashlight. You've seen people modify these occasionally, tear off wings, cut them shorter, whatever they do. Low resistance in the water, extremely light. Doesn't really put all that drag on you when you're trying to pull the fish in. It has a rudder. You want to run all these with a rudder because they tend to twist if you don't run a rudder on them. But that one's fairly long. It's got 4 blades. You can get them shorter than that. Another, if you're going to use a lake troll, another one we found tremendous success with is that number 2 bolo blade with the orange, I don't know if you can see it there, the orange dots. So that's a silver bolo with the orange dots. Is that number 2 in gold, comes in a bunch of different colors, gives a lot of attraction in the water. It's a really good thing to run with wedding rings and things like that. Although it does not impart any action, it just brings in the fish from quite a ways away because it appears like a group of fish swimming through the water. That one's got a lot more drag in the water than something like a flashlight does. Now if you really want to drag through the water, that's your guy right there, the big Ford fender, right? Traditional lake troll from forever ago. This one's fairly basic, gold blades. You can get them with bigger blades or more blades or all that. This is just a simple 2-blade one. This has a lot of drag in the water. You can't drag these super fast through the water. I tried that one time and it ended up with a ball of mess we had to cut apart. So it'll twist up on you quite a bit, but man, it puts a lot of flash and a lot of vibration in the water. Great lake troll. So that's just the basic stuff that's in my tackle box that you'll see us using from time to time.